Hey there, it's Flatbread Friday, and I had some bell peppers in my garden, and so I went to the fresh market and I bought some pizza dough and some of their Italian sausage, sweet Italian sausage. And it's going to be interesting because, as you may or may not know, the fresh market pizza dough was my favorite pizza dough, but I haven't bought any in a while, and it turns out that they have ramped up their pizza business and now they're using new pizza dough. And so this is the first time I'll be working with this. It's from New York. Terra Nova is the name of the company, and they've won a lot of prizes for their new pizzas, so maybe it'll be way better than the old. So let's get her done. Oh, sausage, pepper, and onion pizza. And it's gonna be so good, and let's get her done. Because the fresh market sausage does not have a lot of fat, and because it's pork, I'm gonna start this in a skillet with some bacon fat to keep it from sticking, and we've got to cook the vegetables in the same oil, well, same fat. So let's get this in the pan, turn the pan on. Our bacon fat is melted, and before it gets too hot, I want to break up our sausage into the pan. Here's our yummy, this is about a pound of sweet Italian sausage from the fresh market. And let's get her in there, break it up, and then we'll bust it up with a spatula while we're cooking it. By the way, you may hear some there's a thunderstorm going on outside, so you may hear some banging and booming, but we're gonna cook this up. Our pan is heated up, and our sausage is cooking. While we're cooking it, we're gonna chop it up and break it up. Smells so good. And we're going to cook it until it's no longer pink. Our sausage is cooked up enough, and now we're going to remove it from the pan and transfer it to a plate and set it aside. Our meat is out, and now it's time to cook our vegetables. And we need just a little bit more fat, and because it's vegetables, I'm going to use olive oil instead. Not too much, but enough. Next thing going in is half of a Vidalia onion. You may not need all this, but we can use it for something else. And here are the peppers I had in my garden. 2 different kinds. Those are going in next. Mix them up. Season them up with some salt and pepper. And some garlic powder. I was thinking about using onion powder, but I don't think you need to add onion powder to onions. So now we'll mix that up some more. Incorporate those seasonings. And we're going to fry these up until they're softened. And then we're going to build our pizza. Our peppers and onions are all softened up, nice and colorful, smelling great. I've turned the heat off, and now we're going to get our dough ready and build our pizza. We're going to start by spreading out some flour on a work surface. Here's our New York style pizza dough out of the bag. Let's coat it up with some flour so we can shape it. And this dough is definitely different, but I think we can make it work. Go around the edges, stretch out the middle. Make it rounder. Shape it into our 16-inch pizza pan so it fits on there perfectly. Our dough is all straightened out and fits the pizza pan just fine. I want to trim the edges, and the instructions on the bag says to let it sit for a few minutes before you shape it up. So we're going to do that. what I'm going to do now that we're all rested up is roll in the edges to make a raised crust. Stretch and roll, stretch and roll. Our dough is formed up pretty well. We're going to give it a poke. Keep the air bubbling up when it bakes. All pierced up, and now it's topping time. First thing that's going on is some tomato sauce. Let's see what we got. We'll spread it around. Our sauce is on. Time for some shredded mozzarella. Our cheese is on. And now we're ready for the rest of our toppings. On goes our cooked sausage. Sausage is on. This is going to be a pretty meaty pizza and vegetable-y too. It is now time for our peppers and onions. They're going out. I'd like to use 2 hands to spread these out. Like I said, as I said before, I'm not sure that we're going to need all these peppers and onions. But we can use them for something else, like I said before. Okay, I think that's good. Pretty, smelling good. I'm thinking that I might want to add just a little light sprinkle of additional mozzarella, very light. Help protect these vegetables from drying out, which they won't because they're cooked and softened and oiled and stuff. So I think that will be good. Okay, our sausage, pepper, and onion pizza is ready to go in the oven, 425 degrees for about 20 minutes. Our sausage, pepper, and onion pizza is out of the oven, looking great, smelling great, and there it is. And now we're going to slice it up and serve it up, but before we do, I had some basil left over from my garden, and I'm going to just sprinkle the top with this chiffonade of fresh basil. Give it a little green, give it a little herbiness. Spread it around a little bit. Whoops. Okay. Looking good. And now let's take a bite. Here's our sausage, pepper, and onion pizza on a plate. And now we're gonna take a bite and eat a piece for supper. Thank you for joining me for the Labor Day weekend version of Flatbread Friday. Here's our slice of sausage, pepper, and onion pizza. Looking good. And we'll see how this new crust tastes. We're going in. It came out so yummy. The crust is very good. I can't wait to use it again. And the sausage too, very good. It says it was sweet Italian sausage, but it's a little spicy. And not so much, but it tastes really good. And those peppers from my garden, pretty tasty too. And Have a great Labor Day weekend. We'll see you again soon.